Hello everybody and welcome to another ball review here on the channel. And it was a long time ago. I almost feel that I want to and that I have to apologize for my absence when it comes to ball reviews, as I do get a lot of questions every time there is a new ball. Unfortunately, the releases in the game has just not aligned with the schedule for content that I do have, which, yeah, is the reason. But we're back. We have the WM Phoenix Open ball that we're going to have a look at, and a very interesting ball with stat boxes that has a different color, and that really pleases my eyes. I know it's not the rainbow color, but it feels like a little bit like that when you're looking at all the colors. If you do enjoy all the ball reviews I do here on the channel, please hit the thumbs up button on the video and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that are looking to have the best guides on the market, our premium guides for tournament and tour play are up and running on patreon.com/golf/Tommy, especially for the WM Phoenix 18-hole cup. We do have the ultimate tournament text guide for master division. You can do a one-time purchase, or you can sign up to any of our 30-day commitments, which is the cheaper alternative, but you have many different ways to access the best guides on the market. Have the link in the description down below, or you scan the QR code. Right, enough about that. Let's have a look at the WM Phoenix Open ball. And you can see that I have a massive amount here, 413 in stock, which is the biggest pack and the second biggest pack on this account, minus a few as I've been using it in practice. And I will explain to all of you why I do have this many of them when we are breaking everything down. We do have a power 8, side spin 6, wind resistance 10, precision 2, top spin boost 4 with +2 overpower needle stability. So all around, very all-round stats, but we do have the precision and the top spin boost that is not obviously maxed out by any means. But if we're looking at this ball purely from a power, side spin and wind perspective, this is a brilliant ball, really, in my opinion. And we are going to start this time with the checkpoint challenge. I do believe that checkpoint challenge, this is a great ball. And the reason it's a great ball is because it has power, it has wind resistance, and it also has a little bit of top spin boost. And I've said it so many times here in ball reviews that when it comes to what we value in checkpoint challenge is the fact that we can drive long off tee, because many times we have some shit clubs that we play with from tee, and that is very complicated in general to get ourselves into a situation where we can reach for the green in two. And especially if we're looking at it from the opponent's perspective. Let's say your opponent is smashing out the basic ball and you pulling out this bad boy, you will most likely win outright, and you don't have to deal with the shootouts. Now, in shootouts, you can change ball if you would so like, but this is not a bad ball in shootout either. So definitely a ball that is very good. However, we do not have power 10. We do not have top spin boost 10. And obviously we don't have side spin 10, so I can't give them a max, give it a max rating, so I'm landing at 7.5 out of 10. Same rating for tour play, and the reason I'm giving it the same rating in tour play is because of the power 8, side spin 6, wind 10. Ultimately, I would have loved like a power 6 or a power 7 as power for tour play, but the side spin 6 and the wind resistance 10 is great. Precision is just an added bonus, but we're not really gonna care for that much in tour play. And then we do have the top spin boost attribute. However, though, I believe that backspin boost would have been better. The reason I believe backspin boost would have been better is because, especially in the mid-ish and the higher tours, we're using quite a bit of backspin on some of the par 3s. This because we do want to have more control, and that's kind of the ways to play many of the par 3s. Now, it's not the only ways, but I would say it's an advantage to have backspin instead of top spin boost. So that's why I'm not landing higher than 7.5 out of 10, but I do think this is a great ball for tour play as well. Now you can see that I'm lowering the rating a little bit from a tournament perspective. And why do I do that then? Because power 8, side spin 6, wind 10 is great. But we need to take into account now that precision is such a valuable stat in tournament play, that having precision too, and as some funnily will call it, fake precision, then precision 2 is not something that you're gonna feel that comfortable with when you go in. You could almost be playing without precision, or you will choose another ball that will give you a little bit more precision. But the stats overall is not a bad ball. What comes to mind for me is a Cauldron ball. I think it's a Season 81 ball, if I'm not mistaken, which has topspin boost 5, also win 10 with more precision. This is kind of like the, you know, the son or the daughter to that type of ball, in my opinion. But I do think there is definitely value from a tournament perspective. Once again, it's like we do have the possibility to play this one in many different areas in tournament play, part 4s, part 5s, even the part 3s. And for those that do not give a shit about precision, then obviously this is a beautiful type of ball. But I have to take the precision stat into account based on how important precision are for many tournament players out there, especially when you're talking about expert and master division. So now comes the question. I'm going to go into the replay pool here, and I'm gonna see if I can't show you all. Let's see which one I'm gonna go with. I think this one. No, let's go this one. I think I do use this ball here, but I think like oh yes, I do. So when it comes to this ball, it's a perfectly centered ball. It's perfectly shaped ball, which also adds on the positivity towards it from a tournament perspective. Once again, the precision is what's holding me back here, guys. But this also kind of, it comes for me a little bit with why do I have 400 plus of this ball on my account when I'm talking as, you know, you should be a little bit hesitant to invest in this ball. The reason for that is a couple of reasons, or not the reason, but there is a couple of reasons for that. Number one, we do have a ball that is perfectly shaped and is a perfect size. That's very good for me, right? Remember, I'm a content creator. I do create content, so I spend way more time than the general player do in practice. So in practice mode, what I value the most in practice mode is to be able to hit perfect, but I do have the precision too, which I know I will be hitting perfect most of the time, because again, it's the practice mode. We also get into the scenario when it comes to this ball where the size and the shape matters as well, because it means that I can rely on the data that I do collect, that okay, this was centered this in a perfect way, okay, then the notes will fit for me. And then last but not least, I needed gems to get to do this heavily practice that I do generally for tournaments. We do need a lot of gems to buy practice tokens, so that's the reasons why I did get so many on my account. And I wanted to be very vocal and clear with that, as I do not think this is a ball that is worth going massively heavy on if you're not having like the kind of the ultimate scenario that I have when it comes to the usage of this particular ball from a tournament perspective. Now, we all have different ways of looking at things. We all have different ways of deciding if we're going to invest in a ball or not. And it is always very important that you have a look at it from your own perspective. If you are a player that will always go with the best possible precision ball when you go live, then you will probably not use this ball in tournament much at all. Might use it in occasional practice, for an example. Are you a tour player? Are you a checkpoint challenge player? Are you somewhere in between? Now, there's so many different ways of looking at this ball, I do think, and I do think it's a better ball than many players do seem out to be, especially from the tournament side of things, where I do think our tournament players are very, very focused, maybe even too focused on the precision stats nowadays than what we should be. But that's my opinions in like less than 10 minutes here, and I would love to hear your thoughts when it comes to this ball. So make a comment in the comment section below, regardless what tournament level player you are, or if you're a tour player or a checkpoint challenge player. I would love to hear. Thank you so much for watching another video here on the channel, and I wish you the best of luck in your Gold Clash game.